Hey guys, how's it going? It's Tanner from Sports Mockery here. I am here with Josh Streacker, who is fighting this Friday at LFA 123. Josh, how you doing?
I'm fantastic, Tanner. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate your time. Cut weight, so I'm a little low energy, but I'll try to give you a good response.
No problem, man. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much. So, first of all, you are originally from Bolingbrook, correct?
Yeah, originally from Bolingbrook, and then moved out to Plainfield, moved into Midway, moved into the city, and I call the city my home. I was in Logan Square for the last 5 years of my time in Chicago, and man, I just had a blast even being there for a short period of time. Now the city gives me some energy, man, and it's fun, man. It's fun being back home.
There we go. So, what does it feel like I think you've done it a couple times now, but how does it feel to fight in front of a home crowd like this, where we're going to be in Hammond, Indiana on Friday?
Yeah, so Horseshoe has treated me very well. I mean, a lot of my wins come from there. I'm a big part of HFC, and so HFC is kind of sort of teaming up with LFA to put this card on, and they're a great promotion, obviously, in both elements. Like Paul and Danielle, they run the HFC, and then the LFA cohort, obviously, we know they run a good card. So I'm super excited. It'll be a great platform on the UFC Fight Pass. And, I'm going to have my loved ones, my friends, my family, and we're going to take over. It'll be fun.
So for those that don't know, HFC, that's Hoosier Fight Club, yeah?
Yeah, yep.
How is it fighting in front of, you mentioned having your friends and your family there and whatnot. I know a lot of fighters have said in the past that they almost don't prefer doing that because it's such an added pressure. Do you feel like that's an added pressure, or does it not matter to you? Would you rather be in front of that home crowd?
No, what's crazy cool is that, like, I've been doing this long enough that I almost feel as though when I go into the cage, it's like peace. It's a really cool place to be. I was there in October, and I did have a decent amount of people drive the 2.5 hours to Kokomo, Indiana. And I'll have even more to this one. So I'm super excited. When I'm in there, I'm there by myself. I get some energy as I'm running into there. But when I'm in there, it's like every Thursday at Jackson Wink, one of the best gyms in the world. So I feel, I don't know, man. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't really feel too much pressure, even in front of my family and my loved ones.
Gotcha. So you actually just turned 30 this week. So happy belated birthday to you, my man.
Appreciate it.
So what are the we see him on the road here. So what are the 2022 goals for you now that you are 30 years old, and then looking forward past 2022, what's the career goals moving forward from here?
Yeah, I think I have every ability to do all of these goals that I've set forth. I actually have a whiteboard on my fridge. My girlfriend, forced me to put it on all my goals onto a whiteboard. So I did it. And, one of them is to go 4-0, and it starts at one fight at a time. And so that's why this fight is so big to me. I want to go 4-0 at 155 pounds. I'm already 1-0 at 155. But for 2022, we got to get 4 more. That puts us at 5-0 at 155 pounds. And then that gets to my second goal, sign a multi-fight contract with one of the big organizations. So I know that I can do that. But it's just about the process, and the process is to keep on winning in dominant fashion, which I do a lot of.
So you said this will be your second fight at 155 then?
Yeah.
So talk about why you made that switch from welterweight to lightweight and why that was the right move for you.
Yeah, so a couple of reasons. Number one, I've always been a light welterweight. Still knocked out a bunch of big dudes. So I felt very comfortable. I mean, I was 5-1 at welterweight, dropping probably 2-3 pounds maybe to make the weight at 170. And eventually it catches up to you, especially when you face your 6'5" guys, your 6'4" guys, the guys that have way longer reach than you. And then you face, your 200-pound wrestler that, if he gets his hands on you, it's a problem. It's, there's no secret that this sport is predicated upon size and the ability to impose your will on another person, whether or not that is using your jab, using your kicks, using your wrestling advantage or strength advantage. So at that point, our record became topsy-turvy. It was 6-4. And so that simply is not acceptable to me. So I had to make a change. And the cool thing is we dropped down to 155. It's a weight that I can easily make. And it's a weight that I feel almost faster at because I have to be cleaner in my diet. I have to be better with my conditioning. And I'm stronger than just about everybody at 155 pounds. I feel really comfortable at this weight. I feel very powerful. And so now I'll be able to impose my will. And the cool thing in talking with my manager, Rick at Monteleon, is that we kind of swing it. Like I'm 1-0 at 155. I'm 2-0 at 155. I'm 3-0 at 155. That is kind of sort of how you get to the big leagues a little bit more efficiently, rather than me being 6-4, 7-4, 8-4, 9-4, 10-4. That's why even building weight and getting to getting to 190 and then dropping down to 170. That's why that had like a bad taste, versus going to 155. 155 is my division. I'll rule for a while.
It's interesting. I've never heard people talk about it like that, where you can gain the leverage of getting in by looking at it. I've heard people say, oh yeah, I'm 2-0 at this weight class or whatever, but I've never heard people talking about that's how you get into the higher league. So that's an interesting way of looking at it. So 155 is definitely the focus for the future for you then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be a division that, once again, I'm the more powerful person, and I maintain my speed and I maintain my knockout ability. So the weight cut's looking great, man. I feel fantastic, and it's only a matter of time until I get that multi-fight contract. But one fight at a time, man.
There we go. So you mentioned briefly earlier about training at Jackson Wink. Your teammate, Dan Argueta, who I spoke with yesterday, is also on this card. He's out of Jackson Wink as well. Can you just talk a little bit about what it means to train at that gym, such a historic MMA gym with a lot of great names coming out of there? What does it mean to be in that gym on an almost daily basis, learning from there?
Yeah, it's so awesome, man. Like, there's like a component of two pieces, right? There is the elements of the people that you're training with now, like the level of competition went through the roof from coming from Chicago to down there. And then the number two is the coaching. Like, the coaching down there is phenomenal. It's all geared towards championship building and championship grooming. And what's really cool is that I've built a connection with a lot of the great coaches in there. And they are, I don't want to say grooming me, but they are ears. Like, I can talk to them about anything at any point in time. The Mike Winklejohn, the Joy Villasenor, the Greg Jackson, the Brandon Gibson, like the list goes on. Andrew Tennyson's, and all my teammates have such knowledge as well. So, it's just fantastic to be down there. I think I'm a good energy down there. I mean, you can ask my teammates, and when you got some good energy, you want to feed that energy. You want to be around that energy. And so that's kind of my concept wherever I go, whatever camp I go to. And it's been fantastic for me. I give just as much as I get. And it's fantastic down there. I love it, man. It is what it is. And they're championship builders. I consider myself Generation 3. So we're going to take over pretty soon here.
Absolutely. So what can you tell us about your opponent at LFA 123, and how do you see the fight going?
Yeah, so my opponent, good counter striker, good striker overall. I think he wants to keep it standing. I don't think he wants to take me down, but there's always that thing in the backside of my head that says he's Brazilian, so maybe he has some jiu-jitsu and he wants to show it off, So who knows? I'm ready for everywhere. That's the cool thing, is that I've been working my tail off. When you had COVID happen, the gym closed down and stuff, well, I still was doing kind of a lot of stuff, mental work, preparing condition wise, jiu-jitsu wise, wrestling wise, video research. Like, there's tons of things that you can do. So I wasn't sitting just chilling over that time. I was working my tail off. So I'm comfortable wherever the fight goes. But yeah, I think he's a striker. I think he's going to want to keep it standing. I don't foresee anything other than that. And when you face me in the striking element, I mean, it doesn't bode well for anybody unless you're 6'5", I guess.
All right. So last question for you. You just turned 30 this week, like we said. So what's the birthday celebration plans for after you get the win?
Oh man, that's like that's one of those things that keeps me going, you know, because like you're in this tough point in time where you're losing weight, not eating, stuff like that. So, I mean, be with my loved ones, be with my friends. My brother just had a baby. I haven't seen her. So I'm going to definitely go out to the suburbs and see her. That'll kind of rejuvenate me in a way, but definitely going to celebrate. I'm a little bit of a gambler, so I love being at the casino tables, man. Like I definitely will partake. And then after that, we're going to celebrate hard. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I got a bunch of people in the city, and that's where I'll be.
Well, I'll meet you at the casino floor after the event's over. All right.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Streaker. He's at LFA 123 this Friday. Josh, thank you for your time, man.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.